I'm Alex Grady, and we're here to
kick asthma and take names. What if I told you there was a way for you to make $81 billion this year? Do I have any takers?
That sounds pretty nice, but there's one caveat. You would have to take $3,000 chunks of money from your friends, family, and even neighbors.
Still sound like a good plan?
Let's switch gears. How many people here know someone with asthma?
Asthma is a chronic condition of the lungs that affects the swelling and irritation of the airways and extra mucus production.
Asthma attacks also speed up respiration, cause chest tightness, and prevent normal breathing. The scarring that occurs is irreversible.
An influx of this scarring can lead to airway remodeling, a serious condition that causes changes in the structure of the airways, leading to thickened airway walls and restricted oxygen flow.
Impacting 1 in 12 people in the United States alone, a staggering 27 million Americans suffer from not only the physical ramifications, but also the medical costs associated with asthma.
In a 5-year study, the CDC saw the accumulated cost of asthma nearing $3,000 per person annually. While you might not be making $81 billion this year, asthma sure is.
But what if I told you that these high medical costs and airway remodeling did not have to happen?
Our product, the Asthma Assist, is for families who find current asthma treatments too expensive, but still want to monitor and understand their children's breathing through everyday activities.
Attached to the lower auscultation points of the back, as advised by our mentor, Nurse Peggy Dorsey, our device specifically listens to the posterior lungs, where the asthma can first often be heard.
Our device combines a stethoscope head with a microphone to track the user's breathing data and then wirelessly sends the information over to the user's phone through our Asthma Assist app.
Here, users and their parents can view breathing logs, statistics, allergens, and more.
Accessible through online platforms, the future of Asthma Assist will expand through third-party marketplaces and select drugstores.
The Asthma Assist can be worn as often as needed and easily removed with our attachable adhesive. The user won't have any negative consequences for wearing it more often, and instead it will provide our app with more data to analyze and identify when something's gone wrong.
Being a technological device, the pediatric medtech field would thrive with the addition of our product, as seen by 86.7% of asthmatics we polled wanting more preventative care.
Parents are always looking for ways to look out for the kids' health, and the Asthma Assist makes looking and monitoring their child's asthma easy breezy.
We plan to create a starter pack, which will include 2 auscultation devices, access to our app, a customizable theme, and instructions on how to use our device and navigate the app. Through outsourcing in bulk, we plan to manufacture each device for $40 and sell it for $100, creating a 60% profit margin.
Individual devices will also be available, allowing the user to listen and track their lungs at more auscultation points. Hitting market at $55 per individual device, we would expect to see these sales exponentially increase as our product lifecycle unfolds.
Throughout our business timeline, we also plan to lessen and adjust our sale prices to enhance affordability and accessibility.
There's nothing on the market like Asthma Assist right now. Unlike our competitors, we're cost-effective, accessible, and kid-friendly. And we also won't have problems with logging, irritating skin attachments, and sound capturing.
Additionally, in contrast to other asthma technologies such as spirometers and peak flow meters, our device can track the user's breathing without their focus. This allows us to take information and warn them of an asthma attack in its earliest stages, preventing further damage.
This innovative device requires supplies, which is what we're asking from you.
If you have stethoscopes, small Bluetooth microphones, skin adhesive, or current asthma technology such as an expired inhaler, we kindly ask that you send them our way to create the best preventative device possible.
And if you don't have any of these items, that's okay, because we would love for you to invest $200 to further enhance our device. Also, if you know any children or parents of children with asthma, please send them our way so we can get their feedback.
The best thing you can do is follow and support our Instagram. Your support could be worth $81 billion to us.
Thank you for your time, and
Let's kick asthma!
Amazing, ladies. Great job. Presentation, high energy, asthma too. I had sports-induced asthma, so understand all of that. Have you spoken with any, you mentioned pediatricians. Have you spoken with any pediatricians about the product?
Yeah, so Peggy Dorsey, who we mentioned, she's a nurse and she also actually has asthma, so we've had a lot of productive conversations with her about both sides, both the customer side and also the medical side of it.
We also have another mentor, Dr. Quisiga, who is an asthma specialist and works one-on-one with kids who have asthma, so he's also provided a lot of information for us.
And you mentioned your app. The app is keeping the information kind of sustained there. What's the, I guess the if someone else can help me on this part, how are you syncing that for records to pediatricians? Like, how does a doctor get that information from a patient's app?
So right now we haven't planned to sync it up with doctors. It's more like something they can show at doctors' visits. We plan to have all their information logged in an organized way so that when they go to the doctor, they can show them the information that they need.
The idea is to make it super accessible, so you won't have to be recommended by a doctor to be able to get our product, but you can still take it to the doctor and help just keep track of your asthma.
The app is also designed specifically for kids, so the kids can learn to manage their asthma and kind of focus on each part of the app, so the parents can also work with them as well. If the kids don't have the phone, the parents will probably be in charge of that.
It's probably worth investigating to find out how like Apple Watches and stuff can hand over. There's protocols where they can hand over information digitally. At least investigate it. See how it's done.
And just like the HIPAA of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I see what you're saying, like the workaround is that yours is available to the consumer directly without the need of a physician. I think about, my mom has a defibrillator, and so that's a medical device. And so all of the information goes directly to her doctor from that device, but it was also prescribed to her from the doctor.
All right.
So I wonder, can you find a best of both worlds, or is there a way to upload the information into your MyChart, and then you don't have to worry about it being prescribed per se?
And the answer when your research might just be it's a dead end. Like the answer is no, you can't do it, but it's worth investigating.
Yeah, I have a device, just a blood pressure monitor. Take your blood pressure, it records in your phone, and then when you go to the doctor, they can look at your readings. Or if you call, you can upload it via email if it's necessary. So I don't think it's really good issue. I think you guys got it covered.
Nice.
And for like the littles who are running around on like the playground and things like that, how do you ensure, like is there like support to make sure it doesn't, like I just imagine it falling off if they're playing too rough or sliding or whatever, like is there like a band or something or?
So we're experimenting. One of the things that we need to purchase is different adhesives, but we want to get one that's like, it doesn't come off very much, but we didn't want anything to be like restricted for the kids and like annoying to where they want to take it off all the time. So we're trying to make our devices as small as possible so they're not heavy or anything, and the kids just like don't even feel it. But yeah, we're definitely working with different adhesives right now.
If it were to fall off, the idea behind it is that since we're trying to target it towards kids to help learn, that it'd be able to just easily be put back on without any much of a hassle, so that they can just get back to what they're doing and get some autonomy back into their lives.
So let's say like a child is having like an erratic breathing situation. Like, is there like an alert set up on the app? So like, you know, is it linked to a parent's phone so they can see, oh, hey, my child's in.
Somebody can answer while she's doing this, yeah.
Yeah, so right now, all the alerts will go through the app on the phone, and we plan to have like somewhat of a chart so it can show that using machine learning, it can show how serious it is. So once the parent gets an alert, they can call the kid out of their soccer game or whatever, sit them down and have them practice breathing so that they can stop the attack and continue on with their day.
A lot of the thought behind the idea is to try and prevent you from getting to a point where you're about to have an asthma attack. It's going to not regulate, but it's going to watch your breathing and make sure that it stays regulated, so that if it is getting a little bit cautious, you'll be able to just step back, fix your breathing, and then you won't have any of that scarring that happens from an asthma attack.
In the future, you may want to look at something that notifies the kid, a couple of ticks or something,
Like move people
that
though.
they need to slow down.